Okay, and we are live in 3, 2, 1.
It's not just hot in here because the AC is off. We have two of the hottest guys from What Happens at the Abbey, Billy and Kyle. So this is going to be an absolutely incredible show. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I love this. I haven't heard this song in so long.
Oh, I like it in here with these pads. It's perfect.
It feels like a club, like I'm sweating.
This song was requested by Billy.
I know. Shout out to Billy. We have to keep it going for a little bit longer, I think, because this song is just like too much for me to handle right now. Happy Hump Day, guys.
Happy Hump Day.
Hump
It is.
We are so excited for y'all to be with us today because this is an incredible show, let me tell you. We are doing a full recap of the season 1 of What Happens at the Abbey with Kyle and Billy here in the studio. So girls, you're welcome. And guys, you're welcome too. Yeah. So I don't really know what else to say, but we're just going to get started. And I'm going to introduce myself. I am Sarah Serio, and you can follow me on Twitter at Sarah Serio or on Snapchat and Instagram at @SSerio.
And I am Guinwa Zeineddine. You guys can find my social media links on my website, guinwaz.com.
And I am Paige Bach, and you can find me at Paige Kelly Bach on all social media except Snapchat.
There you go.
I just don't.
And I am hotter than two rats screwed in a
literally
wool sock.
got
It is
so hot
warm.
from when we started.
Sorry, I'm Matt Marr, everybody. You can follow me at the Matt Marr, 2 T's, 2 R's. And gentlemen, where can we find you?
Yes. Besides right here.
Besides right here.
Go ahead, go first.
Billy Reilich, everything. So, find me.
Do you snap?
I do have Snapchat.
Snap.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's great.
I
And Kyle?
kind of only use Snapchat for like the filters.
I might have to get it now.
And my dog. That's
And your
it.
dog.
Like, and then I save it. I like just post it, but then I take it to Instagram.
And where can people find you?
Kyle Clarke, and Clarke has an E on the end.
It does.
And then on Twitter it's like Kyle_Clarke.
It is Kyle_Clarke.
Right.
I'm looking right at it.
Yeah.
That's like,
stuck
I know.
I'm ready.
I know for sure.
I've been like freaking Barbara Walters for this interview. I'm ready.
I know. So we're just recapping the whole entire season,
Oof.
which was
So basically,
everybody else
everything
gets
that
a
you
show.
guys did.
I know y'all did the best of the
Wait to
best.
get a whole season.
This is great. But can I just say, from meeting everyone that has come on our show and like that has been on What Happens at the Abbey, I think it's been a treat for us to have them on the show because we've seen a different side of them than what we've seen on TV.
Totally.
Yes.
You guys are a lot nicer in
Yeah,
person.
you're a lot nicer in person.
Well,
every single one of y'all.
I knew that you guys would be so nice.
But
You two especially.
I knew it.
Because I even say, if we're following, because I noticed, Kyle, one of your tweets this week said, after the show, it said, not exactly sure who in production had it out for me, but they just can't make
we're
me look
starting it.
any worse than they did.
We are.
Oh, wow.
Matt is
I didn't see
starting
that
with
one.
I
flair.
did.
Man, that was really good.
I know it's getting hot. I was trying to be like light.
But I'm bringing that up. I know I'm not, but I had to bring that up because you said, like, this
so
is about
nice.
what have you been shocked the way
Oh,
you've
yeah.
been perceived, like on the show
Yes.
versus on
man.
real life.
You know, it's funny because I'll get like direct messages on Instagram. It's like, you're my favorite person on the show, and I'm like, why?
Really?
You're like, that's not me though.
I'm like, the way they portray me, I'm like an asshole on the show. So I literally am like, oh no.
We had a champagne fall fail.
no.
We had a champagne fall on the phone. Wow.
That did not happen
Wow, that
at
is-
all.
No, it's what.
That's,
This is not champagne.
so everybody, we were having champagne because it's our last show, and
And I decided to have Sprite, and I spilled Sprite
Yeah.
everywhere.
It's okay.
it's all
The
right.
show continues. Go ahead,
continue.
Kyle.
The show must go on.
So I'm just gonna sit
What's it
and
called?
drink.
Party foul.
Party foul. So
I'm so hot.
So yes, like, so what was, so go back to this, like, what is it like seeing your,
Somebody in
not
production
seeing who you
napkins.
think you are presented on television? That's
Right.
what, I mean, that's gotta feel so helpless.
It's you are helpless in this situation. You're at the mercy of the people that how they wanted to perceive everything. So
With that being said, also though, it's someone that you're never gonna meet, and that probably has never met you in person, you know, and it's somebody that sits in a back room and says this is gonna be a good story, you know.
Yeah.
But go ahead, continue. I have a question for Kyle as the Sprite is spilling all over my legs.
It's cool. You know what? It's hot.
So sticky, but
I'm kind of jealous. I'm really hot.
It's gonna be fine. Oh my god. Well.
Okay. Continue.
But with all that being said, like,
There's paper towels coming. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
What a show this has already been.
Wow.
Might I add though? Can I just tell you guys that the phone is fine,
You know what? The phone's fine.
Just cracked.
but it's cracked.
So if you want to
Yeah,
find
maybe
it,
a little
just look
more.
at AfterBuzz hashtag shit show because that's where we.
Someone did that?
No.
Oh my god. I was about to be like, shout out to you. That's great. Okay. Ask your question.
Yes, let me ask
Okay.
my question. Let me
Yeah.
get myself situated. I'm
Okay,
so
I'll
sorry.
ask a question in the meantime.
Ask a question.
Okay, so my question.
So, I'm letting you clean, okay? Go ahead. Take a second.
Yeah, this is what happens. Can we just say this is the first show I've been nervous for a little bit?
No, it
No,
is
really.
because there's really we don't have a plot. Like, we didn't watch an episode. This is just.
Well, no, because
Oh.
they're so freaking beautiful.
Oh, yes.
And I've seen. Hello,
I'm
I've
sweating so much.
been in
You know what
I've
that
seen
was?
beautiful men, but I mean you know we call you Hercules. That's what we call you. You look like the cartoon. He's so
do
cute.
they really?
And you look like the cartoon.
Me, I
We're
do.
so
I
original.
do every
He's gorgeous.
episode.
Can you
Like
guys
you look like a
compliment?
Disney prince.
Can you guys
like
compliment
literally.
Kyle as well? I mean,
I can tell you right now, Matt said since it's always been like, I'm like, Billy has to come on the show so I can touch his abs, and Matt's like, Kyle has to come on the show so I can touch his
I've been
abs.
to Kyle.
Yeah.
Your
So we have
chest looks
both.
like
You
something
should
Michelangelo would like sculpt.
Yeah, although
Like,
they
you have
look.
beautiful nipples. I've noticed. I've noticed these things. I'm
Just the
saying.
nips. Just
no,
the
like
nips.
you're beautiful. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go sit on a fire.
Can we go?
hydrant.
I do have
Like,
a.
out
I
of
do have
control.
a. Sorry, guys. I do have a question for Kyle because I know you said that they portrayed you in a way that didn't really showcase who you are, what your personality is all about. What about those comments that you said regarding women?
Which one?
The
Pizza.
The pizza
The
one.
pizza.
Oh, the pizza. You know, there's.
Is that your
there's-
sense of humor, or?
There's a lot of different types of women in the world. And
That's true.
I come from a great family. I respect women more than anybody. I'm very respectful of the girl I'm dating. I do anything I can for them. But the type of girl that walks into the bar and gives me your number, goes to another bartender, gives them their
I see
number,
what you mean.
goes to another bartender, gives them
Yeah.
their number. Like, I'm not going to respect that girl because she doesn't respect herself.
No, I got you.
So, and it's funny because it's just, if I met him at the Abbey, I stored it with a pizza emoji. And then later on, I kind of came up with that story, and I was like, you know what? Cameras are kind of on other people. Let's stir some shit up. Let's get this back, you know? So
Yeah.
I kind of came up with that story or whatever. But, like, even if I meet dudes, like producers or whatever, or, like, girls and boys are saved under here
It's
with
just
a pizza
Hollywood
emoji.
nightlife.
You know, it's
And you
kinda
might have
like
said that, but that didn't make it.
It's
Yeah.
kinda, no, I didn't.
Okay.
He's like, no, I'll give them the
You
credit.
worked that, sugar.
I'll let you know.
You know, you're
So-
smart.
But yeah, so
Good
like
job.
I have like I have like just everybody underneath that, so then I know where I meet them. Or if I meet people from acting classes,
Yeah.
they all have like the little acting emoji next to their name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you know, or if I meet them at the fitness shows, they've all got the arm. You know, so
just-
it's like you know where you meet people from.
I have to
Yeah.
say, you're very organized with that because I don't.
I feel like I should do
Then
that.
it's like,
What
No,
hi.
I really do. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
emoji are you gonna use for us?
Little bumblebee. A bumblebee.
A
Yep.
little
Oh, there
bumblebee.
you go.
That's
For sure.
cute.
There you
But
go.
she gets a bottle of champagne, right?
Yeah. That's
She
right.
gets like the.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Lots of questions for the both of you. I don't know where to start. Do you guys have any questions? Because
Or
I'm
do
about
you-
to
we
dig
can- we can
in.
do
Like-
No, it's fine. So, Billy, you're from Ohio,
I am.
and Kyle, you're from Vegas. How much of a difference was it for you guys moving out to Los Angeles? Well, maybe not for you. It was. I don't know though. If it was such
How
a difference.
long have you been here for, like in LA?
August will be 3 years.
Okay, what about
Really?
you, Kyle?
I've been here almost 6 years now.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's-
Why? So
Yeah,
you work in nightlife,
is.
and you came from Vegas, but why LA? Is the nightlife here better for you than Vegas? Because I don't think
well, he's
anybody
an
can
actor.
beat Vegas's
I would
nightlife.
never, ever work in Vegas nightlife.
No?
Because
It's crazier
the
than the
clubs
Abbey?
don't close, so you
Oh, yeah.
have
That
to
is very
be there
true.
Till 6 in the morning,
True.
and then by the time you're home, it's like 7 or 8, and then you're basically a vampire. With the clubs closing at 1:45,
Yeah.
this is great because even when they're trying to change the laws till 4, I'm like,
I've heard they're trying to do that.
if
Yeah.
that happens, I'm
Yeah,
gone.
I heard that.
I'm done.
Did you work in Vegas though, at a club or anything? Oh, okay.
I went to out of high school. I got a full ride scholarship for the through the Army to
Oh.
go to college. So I went to a top 10 university, got a civil engineering degree at Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow.
And then I went in the Army as a captain.
Dude, I'm so glad you just mentioned that because a lot of people don't know that
I know,
about
that's
you.
impressive.
Thank you for
Very
your service.
impressed.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
didn't want to
very
talk
much.
about
Thank
that
you.
at all on the show. Army captain.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't part of.
Forget it.
That wasn't the storyline.
You're like a smart, tough man. And
Wow.
they made you seem petty.
And now you and what's your ultimate goal? What's your ultimate goal? You wanted to get into fitness, right?
Acting?
Acting
it's
or
a lot
fit?
of things. I moved here for acting because
Okay,
I was already
okay.
doing the fitness thing. Like I've already been on like 50 national covers.
Wow.
One of my goals was
Yeah.
the cover of Muscle and Fitness.
And you got it.
Yeah, I got it in 2012.
Wow.
How often do you work out?
And
Both
then-
of you.
Is that why you guys live together? Because you work out together.
We actually don't work out together.
Oh, yeah.
No?
Different stuff.
No, yeah.
I think
Very
we worked out
different
together like
lifting
5 times.
Yeah.
Can I say, I'm gonna put it out there. Is that a question that y'all hate to get? Like, oh, what do you guys do to like look this way, or like are you like, that's not me, or are you fine with it? I'm just wondering.
I don't think they care.
I think a lot of people like assume, oh, he goes to the gym. He must have a crazy bench press. How much do you bench press? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have an answer for.
So were you just blessed with great genes?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Were you always like
'Cause you're
super?
like twice as big as all your brothers.
That was a great episode when your brothers
is
came
true.
on.
You are.
There must have been like 2 more brothers and you ate them.
That was good though.
You're twice as big as them.
Well, I mean, they
They don't
genetics plays a
work
big
out.
part.
Sure.
Yeah.
But Billy, how was it for you coming out to Los Angeles?
Very different. So I left Friday morning from Ohio, and I got in Sunday morning at like 2 a.m. So I'm coming over the hill, and all I see is a sea of lights at like 12. I'm like, oh shit, I'm here. I was like, oh no, this is very different, because my town wasn't tiny, but like very small, Ohio town.
Yeah.
What was life like in Ohio?
Yeah.
Like, what was daily life like?
Compared to like now, like what
did
would
you
do?
farm? Like, I'm just
No,
really
no,
being
no. I mean, I was in like
stereotypically
the
horrible.
suburbs and stuff like that, very blue collar.
Okay.
And there are areas that are like very, very well off, but it's very flat and very,
What town in Ohio?
Dayton.
Oh, Dayton. Dayton's like a town.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like.
Dayton's like a
I mean, I
It's not. Yeah, it's not like Athens, like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So it's
but
got
like,
that culture and stuff.
Yeah.
So how does it feel I've always wanted to ask you that question. How does it feel for 2 straight men to work at a gay bar?
It's a little bit different. It's, obviously like a lot of guys feel like, oh, you're a straight guy, you're exploiting the gay community by coming here and making money. And I think of it as like,
This is
everybody's
my
like
job.
fighting for equal rights and stuff like that, but then like when gay guys come or straight guys come in, everybody gets kind of taken back. And like there have been multiple conversations that I've had that have turned into arguments because I'm like, look, I'm a straight dude, but like I'm here like celebrating life and we're out, partying and stuff like. And a lot of times people get very heated about it, and like
It's
at
kind of-
times it's kind of tough to.
That's just an interesting.
I have no problem
thought
with it. I just want to say I'm fine with it.
And that is the voice of
interesting-
reason.
Serve me drinks.
And like, it's weird that people would be upset about that. That kind of implies that like if you are a bartender anyway, and like anywhere, if you work anywhere in nightlife, like you're available
Sure.
for like what? Like,
Well, I
that's
think
not
it comes
fair.
from, not that I'm speaking for all of the queer community, but since I'm a big old homo, but I think
putting it out there.
I'm not saying I think that way, but I think it comes from like it's that quote unquote people feel like straight people have kind of all the bars and like historically
okay.
like especially not in
get
LA
that.
but in other towns.
Sure.
Like a gay bar is like church. It's like the one kind of sacred place where you can go and
Yeah.
feel safe, and that's why like I respected when the Abbey wouldn't let women have bachelorette parties before Prop 8 because that I remember going with my friends and being grossed out that we were sitting there watching somebody celebrate their marriage when we literally just had our
weren't
right
allowed to.
taken away.
Yeah.
So I think that was smart of them to kind of keep their pulse on that, and I think that that is what the Abbey is. It's a haven, but at the same time I think it's it is changing with the times now, and I think it's like you're right. You're so right. It's about if we want equal rights, and also too, just because it's also different as somebody. That's what I don't get. Like, I don't get when people are like, "What? The bartender's straight that works there?" And I'm like, somebody's got to have a job.
And that was one thing with like the hiring process, and when the show came out, especially, everybody's like, "There's no gay people on it," and I'm like, "This is like the perfect makeup of the Abbey." They don't hire just gay people. They don't hire just straight people. They don't hire trans or bi just because they're certain things.
They just hire.
Gorgeous looking people, for sure.
You gotta have a crazy good work ethic as well, though.
It's a hard job.
I'm sure a lot of people want to work.
Hard job.
I was never asked about my work ethic when I was hired.
Well,
I walked in, I was like, I want a job here. They were like, have you ever been here before? I was like, no, but I want to work here. And they were like, well, I can't hire you. You've never been here. And I went and sat at the bar for about 20 minutes, and then they came over, and they were like, it was on a Tuesday afternoon. They come over, they were like, come in on Thursday night. If you can handle Thursday night, we'll hire you on Friday.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Done. Yeah.
Wow. Was it your first nightlife job?
When I first moved to LA, I got a job at Rockwell, Vermont, which is a place in like Los Feliz.
I love that bar. They do the stage shows there, Rockwell.
Yeah. Now it's just one side.
Sorry,
they used to have
theater
both.
Queen.
Yeah. So they used to have both sides.
Yeah, they did.
And Chris and Wayne and all them were friends with my friends at LASC, the clothing line. I did a campaign for them, and they were like, "We can get you in the door here."
Oh, great.
So Chris ended up hiring me because I didn't want to move because a fitness model is a very weird thing to be because if you don't have money coming in from jobs, you end up having to take jobs that you don't want.
Exactly.
And with the internet nowadays, that stuff's out there forever. So
I think it's for every entertainment position
Yeah.
Yeah,
but for me to have to do like pictures that I don't want on the internet.
Because think about it, like if people edit him, like the next thing you know, like he's on the cover of
naked.
Grindr.
Yeah.
It's just fine. I mean, if you want that.
Matt's
I mean,
like
hey,
pro everything
if I,
right now.
I would be naked right now. Like I would walk down Santa Monica Boulevard just naked. I wouldn't care. I don't care.
There we
Whatever,
go.
Just do it.
Can we switch gears a little bit and get into dating?
Yeah.
Yes, talk about that.
It's okay. Fan yourself.
We were told we're allowed to ask any questions.
Yes. So I'm not
from
holding
these
back.
men.
Let's go for it.
I'm not gonna hold back, and I hope you guys don't hold back either.
I have questions too, but you go first, Guinwa.
All right. Ooh, who should I ask first, Kyle or Billy? Okay, let's
Kyle.
see. All right, Kyle. Let me ask.
I know you want to ask Kyle.
I've got some tweets to talk about too.
Oh my God, no!
Okay.
To hashtag truth talk.
Mine are like cute questions.
So we obviously saw we obviously saw some of the tweets and arguments back and forth between you and Marissa, and your sister kind of got into it as well.
Yeah, my sister went in.
She
Yeah,
went
she did.
in.
How did I miss all that?
Oh my gosh.
Billy's
my
like,
sister.
I'm checking it out right now.
You know, the thing was, my sister was gonna leave it alone, but someone was like talking really badly about me, and Marissa was like writing back, or laughing about it, or retweeting it, and then my sister was like, "Screw this,
yeah.
I'm going in."
So her protectiveness
And so my
came in.
sister went in because it was one of Marissa's friends writing badly about me, like that I'm not classy and all this stuff, and it was like,
Oh yeah.
And how are you and Marissa right now? Did you guys settle things down? Or
we're the exact same as we were during the entire show.
Meaning nothing.
Well, you
translation.
You retweeted a tweet that said from Chantel Mitchell that says, "Who is Marissa Faith kidding? She hooked up with Kyle Clarke for a storyline because without him she didn't have one."
Loved that
You
so
retweeted
much.
that.
Did I retweet that as well?
No.
I know I liked it.
Did I
retweet it right now.
I definitely liked it.
So
Because
do you
that's
feel
true.
a little
Come
used? Did you feel like a little?
No, because I needed her just as badly as she needed me, so it was all good.
You know what? I'm gonna go 100% with that and say, like, the one thing from day one, I just didn't see it. You guys are just too
Yeah.
different.
It felt like
I didn't.
something.
And I
like
felt
I
like
didn't see
things
it.
were forced at different moments in time. Guinwa here was like ready to plan your wedding.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
like,
she really
for
was.
her,
She was.
Yeah, you thought.
She's heartbroken.
I was so in love with the both of you. I was like,
Oh,
opposites
I didn't.
attract, and they're great. But
That's a
I thought you
bad
guys would
idea.
have great babies too, but it didn't work.
You
out.
would have beautiful babies.
really would.
We can give you that.
We'll give you that.
So Kyle, let me. Okay, so you and Marissa
You know,
did not
Kyle,
work
I think
out.
we would have beautiful babies.
And Kyle's
need a
more
ginger in
for
your
that
family.
than he is
Yeah.
for the other. So
It's more likely, yeah.
Kyle, I know a lot of the ladies are probably wondering, and they need an answer for this question. Are you currently single?
I'm currently dating somebody.
Really? He did mention. He mentioned that earlier.
when?
I heard it.
I like to be
heard
in
it.
denial. I want it to be in denial.
Can I ask this next question that I want to ask? And you don't have to answer it.
Okay.
But I feel like there was a lot of like first date moments on this whole season, what was your first date with your current lover? Okay, you don't have to. But I just want to know.
It's not like he's giving her a dress.
I feel like I need to be on the life
We
chart,
went
but-
to sushi, something really low key, and we just sat there and talked for like a couple hours. Bill came and she pulls out her wallet and tries to pay for it.
Did she really?
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I got it, and I paid for it. But like, that's the way it should go.
Thank you.
That's what the girl should. If a girl is a genuine person, you should offer.
But let me
and then
tell
if the
you.
guy's a genuine person, he should not let her.
I think that is I think that is very true. I think that's very true. That's nice. That's totally
I always have questions about that because that's like the gay community. Who pays?
No.
How does that work out?
Matt,
The top. That's it.
This is like perfect because I'm so against. First of all, this is like dating rule 101. Whenever you're going out on a first date, the girl has to always offer, but the guy has to always not accept that offer and pay himself. If a guy doesn't accept my offer on a first date, he's gone. He's out of the picture. Like,
I agree with that.
No, you don't agree.
I look at
No, I totally agree.
You're kind of angry right now, but everybody agrees.
I know everyone agrees with you, and I'm like, oh, Matt, please don't spill my drink too.
I want you to know.
Guys, I promise it was just Sprite in this.
I would like to state for the record that I always agree with you. Okay?
Yeah, I always agree with you because what just happened? I'm so terrified.
So I have a question since we're gonna get to you, Billy.
We're getting to you.
So do you feel like Marissa, if you were portrayed inaccurately, do you feel like Marissa was portrayed accurately on the show or inaccurately?
I feel like the entire show. Am I answering too quickly? Like I've already planned this answer.
No, Sugar, it's your truth. Tell it.
Because I was trying. I look at the show and I try to like step outside of it and see like what the whole thing is, and I feel like the whole show is seen through Marissa's eyes.
Okay, that makes
She
sense.
comes.
Well, they do that. Yeah,
She's the main storyline.
She was the LC. She was like the Lauren Conrad. They wanted, at least they wanted her to be that.
Right. Yeah.
No, I didn't mean that as a dig. I mean like
No,
the
it's,
producer.
I agree with you.
Kyle,
No,
it's Kyle's
no,
expression.
you
said it. You took the words out of my mouth.
Marissa. I love
Kyle's
Marissa.
expression.
I agree with you.
So,
She doesn't love me. We texted. We're gonna hang out. I love her.
So everything is viewed through her eyes. So it's Kyle's I'm not allowed to cuss on this show, right?
No, you are.
You are.
Kyle's a fuckboy, episode 1. Now
Right.
Kyle's a clinger, and the audience is like, "Oh, Kyle's a fuckboy. Oh, Kyle's a clinger." And it's like, which one am I, and what do you want? What do you want to portray me as?
Okay.
But everything was kind of seen through her eyes. So she never. It was never other people going, "Oh, Marissa this or Marissa that." It was always. It was Marissa's storyline, and Marissa's kind of taking things the way it is.
I think they did that, but also I will say that I got more from you than I thought I would. Not from you really, but I mean like you. I mean like thinking that of somebody who is an actor as well and done this kind of reality stuff. Like I actually thought there was really moments, especially like with your family, that you seemed really just genuine and sweet, and the way you like really. I like that they kind of. Yes, in the first episode they did portray you as a fuckboy, which I was still excited about. Yeah. But like throughout the episode, it really like it showed that you were caring about Marissa and like that you actually wanted to develop.
Yeah,
so, like,
I want to say if anything, like I feel like
sweet.
Your frustration was justified, and I was totally on board with what you were going through. Like I was just as frustrated. I was like, I don't know what this girl's doing either.
Yeah.
But
how do you follow that?
I mean, I do, and I just never thought it'd work because she just got out of that like super long relationship.
Johnny.
On and on.
Laptop Johnny. That's what we call him.
But what I'm super confused about, because this was filmed obviously last year, and we had Marissa probably 2-3 weeks ago, and she shared the story how you bought her sunglasses when she lost it. And
oh wow!
She shared it on. She shared it live here.
No one even. You don't even know about that.
No.
Yeah.
No, like she said that you were nice.
I'm so oblivious to everything.
We were on set or something, and she lost her sunglasses, and she was really upset about it. So I just
when you guys were on the beach
went.
that day?
Yeah, and
That's so sweet.
I wrote a press release about it as well. So like,
it's out there.
She
Yeah,
actually,
it's out
like I
there.
said,
It's out there.
So
she
I'm
was
so confused. What happened between the time Marissa was here till today? Because I mean, if that was filmed
well, apparently
a year
there was like
ago,
tweet stuff, but yeah, she was sweet on the show about you.
No, I mean,
I think she is sweet.
the friendship is there. Like we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really all it was ever allowed to be.
So
So
did you feel like, and maybe you can't comment, but do you feel like, was there an initial traction with you and Marissa, or do you feel like, because we've talked about on the show how like obviously people are getting tipsy on this show, and let's just call it what it is. What we're seeing with this isn't anything like that, but with Bachelor in Paradise, producers are obviously pushing people on these reality shows to get out of their comfort zone. Do you feel like you were being pushed to be in a relationship? Yeah. Do you feel like you were pushed by producers to be in a relationship in this? I don't know if you can say that.
If you don't want to answer,
you don't have to answer. You can say, I plead the Billy.
Yeah, I feel like we don't talk about that.
No, sorry.
Well, I mean, I'll answer for him in the fact that, if anybody was between the two of, when I see the two of them, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's a match made in heaven. And then, their personalities are so, headstrong, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle doesn't take shit from anybody, and, I'll talk shit about Kyle and he'll beat me down. So it's but, Marissa's the same way.
Sorry, my mind just went somewhere. I mean, that's who I wanted to see get together with you two. When you were lifting weights.
In the last episode.
Yeah.
Of What Happens
Oh my goodness.
But so Marissa's the same way. If you talk shit about her, she's gonna stand up right in front of you and she's gonna talk shit right back to you. So it's the two of them have such a personality that they could be perfect together or absolutely horrible together.
Yeah.
And so immediately when I saw them, I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
And how are you and Ashley?
I was gonna ask that too.
Ashley and I have been great.
Are you still together? Are you still together?
No. Oh. Things have kind of sizzled. But I mean, it's been very recent.
I'm kidding.
It's been,
that was the most sorry.
I know, but she's really happy.
No, that
she's
was the
super
one
happy.
I was like, what?
Y'all have known how I felt about that girl. Are her truffles good?
Oh.
That's what we ask everyone.
No,
everyone.
her truffles are not good. She's a rich girl from Beverly Hills wanting to do a truffle business. They're not good, y'all.
Matt has thought that from day one.
Hashtag I have opinions. They're not good.
But you guys are friends, but it's
yeah, we're great. And we still go out together and stuff like that. And
that was good for you, I felt, because honestly, I worried about in the first of this episode, again, it's all about, I thought you were going to be fuckboy, and I thought you were going to be dumb jock. I thought they were going to play you as that.
And you're definitely not that.
As well.
Both of y'all.
And
They tried to.
I think that, and through that relationship, though, we saw
that relationship gave
your
you
kindness,
a moment.
how funny you are.
Yeah.
Because I've seen you on Ellen because I love talk shows, so I've watched every episode you've been on that, and so to me you're funny on Ellen,
Sure.
And they don't play you as that.
Oh yeah.
And so I wanted to see that, and I got a little more of that. I was happy.
They followed us around to we went to a gym, and I had a photo shoot with Iron Man magazine, and so they followed me to that, and it was literally just dumb jock Billy, lift his weights and take photos, and I was like, thank God that didn't play out like that, because
they had us go to a grocery store.
Oh yeah, they brought us to a grocery store.
25 pounds of chicken or something.
Oh my God, that's nuts.
They were like, you guys are just gonna go grocery shopping. I was like, all right, sweet, and we just bought a crap ton of chicken and tuna, and it was like, all right.
That was your Jersey Shore moment. I'm glad it got cut.
Thank God that didn't play.
So you guys are actually roommates.
We were. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you break up too?
Yeah, we had a fierce breakup.
Did you? They're clearly still
I
friends,
threw his stuff
though.
out the window.
You poured Sprite all over him. I'm done.
Oh my God.
Are these relationships that we saw at the Abbey real, or is it something that was kind of pushed upon you guys and
no, I wouldn't say
planned.
that at all. No, it wasn't planned, but it's
they take a kernel of truth or whatever, right?
And we have a lot more friends just besides the people we hang out with at the Abbey,
Yeah,
so
we saw that when Franklin appeared out of freaking nowhere.
Yeah,
we're like, who the hell is this guy?
and the other girl who needed to not be there.
Franklin got on my nerves. Oh, sorry, he might be nice. I don't know him.
A lot of people agree with that.
Who do you think on the show was portrayed the most accurately? That is them.
To a T.
For me, I feel like it's probably Lawrence.
Yeah.
No, Lawrence actually did not like the way he was.
Lawrence and Brandy.
Yeah.
Because they're just.
He didn't. That's true. He didn't like the way it's portrayed.
Really?
Yeah, because
he did.
See, that's the thing, though.
We only have 8 minutes left. No.
Yeah,
I'll
we
watch,
don't have. Yeah.
Oh.
So
keep going. Keep going.
I'll watch myself, and I'll be like, oh, I don't actually act like that, do I? And my roommates now are like, yep, that's you, to a T, and I'm like. Oh, okay. Sure, whatever,
You're like, oh,
but then,
man.
so, Lawrence might watch himself and be like, oh, that's not how I really am. But, I honestly think, Lawrence is, pretty spot on with,
I would say that, not in a bad way, though.
Lawrence,
It was.
You're upset. You're portrayed
I love
great.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
No, Lawrence is awesome.
Are Corey and Murray still together? Are they?
Yes,
They still
Literally
post
still
photos together.
on and
on the
off.
day.
Yeah.
I have to say, when they were here, I couldn't tell. They were kind of
I
like
couldn't tell
they were very nice, but
either.
they were kind of like not. And then all of a sudden they're like making out. And
So yeah, so
Hello?
2 weeks before that, the three of us went to Salt Lake City for Salt Lake City Pride. We did like
Yes.
an event.
Oh.
And that night, Corey, got blackout wasted and like started throwing food at both of us. Murray left. There
Angry,
was this big
angry
fight.
Corey.
Yeah,
Okay.
wasted, angry Corey.
I'd be like,
I got like a full 4 or 5 pages of texts about how Murray and I were hooking up.
What?
Yeah.
Not only did
And
he put it
What?
Billy.
he puts it on Twitter.
The group
and stuff like that.
chat?
Yeah.
You have a group chat?
I have a very
Oh my
long
goodness.
voicemail from him calling me, like horrible names, and
I can't
Murray
imagine
and I
Corey
had
doing
not
that.
spoken. Murray hadn't spoken to him for the 2 weeks in between that
then
and
he's-
here.
And I knew
That was
it.
the first time
'Cause
they
I was
talked.
here by myself. They weren't here yet.
Oh, yes.
And they came in, and it was literally just like.
It's so awkward.
Hi. Like, when you've slept with somebody and you can't remember if they were like. It was almost like
can't.
that. Like, wait,
Stop.
dude. But it was. I've said it
clothes
before
are
on the
up.
show because I didn't know if they were also nervous too because I've said on the show like blatantly like they both have alcohol dependency and they need to go to drug counseling. Like I've said this because I'm like,
Yeah,
it's so
I
sad
mean, 'cause
watching
he
them.
says everything.
It's true, but I've been rooting for them since day. Those are
I'm
someone
not.
I've been
I think
rooting.
they need to be apart.
But I mean, I know. I just like for like as like a human being, I
They're
want them to
so
like
sweet when they're together,
it out.
And I saw Murray putting so much effort when they were here. Like Corey was kind
mean,
of shy, and then Murray was like,
Corey
I'm
is
just
just
gonna-
very shy. In general.
is.
He did
Yeah.
shy, and Murray was like,
Yeah. And Murray is the outspoken.
But like when that happened, like you and Corey were like friends, and
Well,
like
what's funny is up until this last weekend, I still hadn't spoken to Corey, and he like came up to me and he was like, "I don't know what to say to you. Like, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry." And I was just like, "All right,
I
that's
don't-
cool.
Yeah.
Thanks."
I don't
And
think
shook
he's
his
a
hand.
bad
I was like,
guy.
"Cool,
I don't think
we're good."
either of
I
them
think
are
it's
bad
so-
people.
I think,
They're both
no, I
amazing.
said
No,
before.
they're
amazing
I said
guys.
sometimes
Super
two
sweet.
good people are not good together.
it's very that's very
exactly
true.
it.
And
They're
I
both
think
amazing
Corey
by
has a great
themselves.
heart. I think when they get drunk, they
Bring out the
fall
worst
into
in
bad
each other.
behaviors.
I know we only have 5 minutes
Yeah.
left.
I want
No,
everyone
so many
to
questions.
say a question,
Yeah.
like in a question, and
Do you
you
wanna
guys can
start,
say
Sarah?
whatever. No, because I don't know what I
Oh,
want
I
to
know
ask
what I
yet.
want to say. Or do you? Go ahead.
Okay. If there's starting with Kyle and then Billy as well,
Sure.
what is one thing that you want the audience to know that they weren't able to like figure out from the show?
That's good.
Oh boy.
Me.
Damn, Jen.
I think a lot of the show I'm looked at as the instigator, and all the fights were starting because of me. And it was because there needed to be fights for the show to have
It's
kind of drama.
Yeah.
and have some
I
fights.
agree. I'm so glad you said that.
I was the person that was used the most to go stir shit up,
Mm.
and it wasn't like
That's not who
me
you are.
going around
There's no ill
talking
will,
drama and
yeah,
everything. It
yeah.
was, oh, we need this for the show to happen. Let's make this happen so that the audience has something. So I kind of was doing that stuff for the entertainment of the audience.
That's kind of
not
expected in reality shows as well.
Yeah.
Which
Well, you'd imagine,
explains
like-
why Chris was randomly there.
right. But all the
Sure,
tweets
yeah.
and all the
like
direct
a-
messages and all the hate mail that I've gotten over the last
So like, is that
7 weeks.
is
That's
that
sad.
People do not.
Guys,
people
don't do
believe
that. They're
everything
very
they
nice.
See. People
Yeah.
believe it. Everything.
It's
so-
not
nice
true.
people, okay?
It's not true.
No,
well,
you know
no,
what?
is that hurtful,
Don't
or are
believe
you able to
everything
kind of
you
brush
see.
it off?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. I'm all right.
They're,
He's
like,
got
trolling.
someone in his life. He's good.
The only thing that bothered me was when, because I have a good following because of my fitness career, and it bothered me when my fitness people were like, I watched the premiere and I'm so disappointed in you. And
it's like they didn't know.
Like,
and so I let it go for a while, and I didn't know how to respond. I was like, guys, you can't believe everything that you see on
Sure.
television.
Yeah.
It's hard though because we live in LA, so we get it. We're all in the
Yeah.
entertainment
Right.
business.
Yeah.
But
But
That's the world now.
my Aunt Peggy in Ardmore, Oklahoma would say, "I can't believe that, Kyle. It's
Yeah.
pizza. Did you hear what he said? Pizza." And they
It's
believe
true
it.
though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Would you do this again?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
I would definitely do it again. I'll answer before you. Sorry.
I'm
just
gonna
because
say no, sugar.
just
That's okay
because
to say no.
knowing
Yeah.
what you're getting into, once you get into
Or
it,
you can say you
that's
want to
one
think
thing.
about it.
But like, after you've done it, you can look back and say like, I understand how they were trying to manipulate certain things and stuff like that, and like.
But your experience is different than Kyle's.
100%.
Because you were
100%.
put in this great light, and everybody thought you were a great romantic person, and then Kyle, on the other hand, seemed like a douchebag. I didn't want to use the.
No, use it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Use it.
I mean, that's
That
how you
has
got
to be
portrayed.
like.
I encourage people
That
to
has
like.
to hurt.
I mean, if you want to stalk Kyle, not that I have, but if you want to like Google articles that he's given in interviews, you might do that because that's where I found out a lot about you, and like we don't have time, but I love the story of like you got your father into fitness at a very like at how old when he started working out?
63. I got him.
That's great though.
And do you remember his father's
jacked.
like freaking silver daddy.
Yeah.
Looking.
And then
But that's
Silver
incredible.
last week I got him on Inside Edition with me.
That's great.
Sick.
Oh
Flew him
my
out
gosh.
here. We did this whole thing, and it was on
That's
Inside
awesome.
Edition.
That's amazing.
If you need some Kyle interviews that I maybe stalked and read, I can send them to you. Just
There we go. Paige, do you have any question you want to ask them?
I don't think so.
She's just so happy that they're
She's
here.
like-
That's really all you need. I'm just gonna
it's
go
so
off on a
horrible.
light, on a just. Have y'all ever done naked yoga? And why weren't you in that episode? Would you?
Why did you refuse?
I think I do better than to
Yeah,
invite
I'm
us
actually
to
like
that.
I love yoga. Like I'll do yoga all day long, but getting
Not
naked in
naked.
front of a camera and
Even though you
no.
were shirtless, like the
It's a
entire
hard no.
episode.
yeah.
I mean, really.
I feel like that's just a thing that y'all do there
I was
at the
expecting you
Abbey.
guys to come shirtless,
I
but
don't,
never
I don't do
mind.
yoga.
No.
Yoga's not my thing.
So I do have a question.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
Go
guys.
for it.
Thank you.
Oh, I have another one too.
My question
ask
is, do you feel like your life has changed since doing the show?
Ooh.
And in what way? Because I know I did reality TV when I was 15, and during that time it meant a lot to me, and it was really scary. But looking back at it now, I just think it's hysterical. But like,
truth.
has your life changed? And I mean, I know there's like a lot of anxiety with it.
Can we get
different
like
points
4 more
in time.
minutes on this,
I'll
please?
answer this
Can we,
quickly,
please?
and then you can answer it.
Because Matt has one more question.
No, because I
Not-
want them to hear answer.
Not one bit.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Yeah. Well, especially, I don't want to toot our own horns, but we both had stuff before this, and we'll have
Yeah,
stuff
it's
after
true.
this. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
you know, I feel like this
That's
is
the goal.
like kind
So
of
you guys
small
are already in
potatoes
the
compared
industry.
To, yeah. You
And,
know.
Yeah.
and what is
Unaware
that's the
of
question I want to ask as we live like I specifically you just read my mind because I do have stalked you both and I know that you've done other stuff, so what is next for both of you?
I've got a couple different films coming up. One's a
Nice.
comic book thing.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Called Powerless. My buddy's producing it.
nice.
Are you a
Rich.
superhero?
That was the I moved here with two goals:
Yeah,
cover
he
muscle
wants to be an action
fitness
star.
and action hero.
Have you seen
Wow,
Wonder Woman?
look at
Have
you
seen,
and you did it.
Have
That's
you seen
incredible.
Wonder Woman? It's so good.
It is
You would be a
amazing.
great
Wow.
Steve
It's
Trevor.
amazing.
I love Chris Pine, but you would be great in that too. Anyway, sorry.
Oh.
And I worked on something called Breaking Barbie. That's going to be a feature film
That's awesome.
that comes out next month. And then I've got another one where I'm trying to play something like a Guile from Street Fighter.
Oh, cool.
So
Cool.
God, that's
Cool.
so
I'm
exciting.
your Zangief.
All right, Billy.
That's
Tell us to
awesome.
wrap it up, but real quick,
Yeah.
what's next
There's
for you?
Zangief?
Yeah, do you
10
have
seconds.
anything
10 seconds.
exciting?
What's next?
Fitness clothing line.
Awesome.
Wow, that's awesome.
All right.
For women too?
Like big
For
and
big
tall.
people.
Yeah,
Big
for
and tall
women.
fitness.
This line.
But for women
Just for
too?
men now?
No, for women.
Well, tell everybody where they can follow you so
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
get this stuff one more time.
Follow me on every social media, Billy Reilich. That's Reilich.
Awesome.
And
Kyle?
mine's at Kyle Clarke. Kyle Clarke Fitness is Facebook, and Kyle_Clarke is Twitter.
Awesome.
Great.
And
Everybody, you can find me at the Matt Maher, 2 T's, 2 R, or at tvttime.tv to follow my other podcast.
And I am at Paige Kelly Bach on everything except Snapchat.
You guys can actually catch me hosting the Hollywood Medium after show every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And then my social media, obviously, Guinwa.
Again, I'm Sarah Serio. Follow me on Twitter at Sarah Serio. And thank you so much, guys, for coming in. We
Thank you
really
very much.
appreciate
Thank you for
it.
having us. It's a lot of fun.
And follow AfterBuzz as well. Have a great week, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.